that's not good. Not what I wanted. Looks like my snap ring broke off in the transaxle. I'll make it easier to press this out now. Well, I've had this hub soaking for a couple days now, and I'm gonna try to get this thing off. There's a little bit of playing with the hub, so I'm gonna see about putting screwdrivers in the backside, as you can see, and I'm gonna try to hammer down on the axle itself without mushrooming it. See if I can slowly get this thing to come off. Got it the length of the snap ring. All right, I'm gonna try to wedge something under there. Probably fall every time I hit it. We'll give it a go. Well, I think that's about as far as I'm going to get today. I'm going to soak it some more and try again tomorrow. Well, that's not good. Not what I wanted. Looks like my snap ring broke off in the transaxle. I'll make it easier to press this out now. Catch you later. Hey guys, it's the next morning. I came out and gave a couple of love taps on that other hub that I let soak for the second day, and it came right off. So that one was easy. Didn't have to break any snap rings inside the transaxle for that one. So yeah, I came out and put a couple screwdrivers under it and tapped it a few times and put a wrench in there with the screwdriver, tapped it one more time, and boom, it came right off. And there you go. Now I'll soak this guy and, oh, there's the, get the key out. Oh, dropped it. Go soak this hub and clean it up, give it a wire wheel and paint it up, and we'll see where we go from there. Now here's the hubs I took off. I've been soaking them and pulling the rust out of them. If I had a proper battery charger, I'd probably try some electrolysis, but I usually either soak them in mineral spirits or vinegar. Vinegar does a good job. It's stripped most of the rust off, but it's still a little brown. Vinegar does better. But I'll wire wheel that up, and as soon as that one soaks for a little bit, it's already, you can see, ripping the rust off of it. You can see it floating around in there. I don't know if you can. Let's get a little closer. There you go. There you can see it floating around in there. But let that soak for the day and probably take it out this evening and wire wheel it and clean it up. I'll probably paint them, I may paint them black, I may paint them red, I'm not sure yet. But they should fit on that 1-inch axle pretty well. While we're here, might as well chat. It should fit just fine. Yep, there you go. Then I can put those garden tractor wheels on there and see if I can widen up these tires a little bit. They're pretty narrow, as you can see width of my hand. I'd say 8 inches across, but let's see if we can make them go wider. Actual tire width is 10 inches. That is nowhere close to 10, so I think once I put them on those wider rims, they'll widen up pretty nice, and I think they'll look nice. We'll catch you later. Hey guys, didn't tell you earlier, but I was talking with my dad the other day and about pulling the engine out of this tractor, and didn't want to hurt my back anymore, and it's already been hurt this last year. And he said he's got my uncle's old cherry picker that I could have. So my uncle passed away earlier last year, he gave it to my dad, and my dad says he won't use it, so he's going to give it to me, and I'm going to use it to swap these engines out and maybe do some lifting and around the garage that I don't have to do myself. And later I'm going to try to put these tires on the rims. So probably sooner than later. I was going to wait till I took the front end off and had the wheels off, but I think I'll probably do it earlier. So, all right, I'm going to tackle these rear wheels. I'm going to put the tires I've got on these garden tractor rims, but first I got to take these old tires off, and one of them goes flat, so I'll probably save them. It'll still be good with tubes for my mower, but here we go. Here's a tool I made. It's basically a metal valve stem cap that has the valve stem remover tip, and attach it to this broken screwdriver with some electrical tape, and it works great. This one's the flat one. Looks like a hole right there. That's all she had. See why I went flat. Check this out. That's been there for a while. All right, we're going to pull the tires from the wheels I've got on red right now. Looks like I gained about an inch of width. Still better than it was. I'll take it. All right, let's put this hub on, and I've already spaced out this locking collar to where the hub will go. Put the key in the groove, so let's see if I can get it. Oh, there we go. I'm going to put a washer and a axle nut. I don't have the axle nut or the washer yet, but I'm going to go ahead and put the wheel on and see what it looks like. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, let's bring you in here in just a second. Yeah, I'm liking the look. Sorry for the dimmer light. The previous segment, I don't know if you noticed the flutter. The LED shop light evidently causes a lot of flutter. It's never done that before until today. But I'll give you a pull back here so you can see what it's looking like so far. Definitely looks a whole lot more stout. A whole lot easier probably to swap tires in the future. If I want to put like a turf saver on there and do some pill outs or something. But anyway, see you in the next segment. All right, these are the bolts that go into those hubs. Not exactly sure what size it is. It's definitely a fine thread, but I'd like to get longer ones. These are only like an inch. I'd like to maybe get 1.5 to 2 inches so I can put a lock nut or a lock washer and a nut on the back side of the hub so the wheels don't fall off. But anyway, that's another plan for the rear end, and I'll move on to the front. I ran to the hardware store today and got some nuts and bolts, and I just realized I'm going to have an issue. Not that big a one, but you'll see. These are the longest bolts I could find that would fit. It turns out that it's a 7/16 by 20 thread, but the longest I could find was 1 1/2 inches that didn't have the flat shoulder on the top. And I was originally thinking maybe if I got them long enough, I could put the bolt in the hub and just make the bolt into like a stud and put like a lug nut over that. But I'm gonna just put them in like they are now, put a nut on the back side, and probably just use a little blue Loctite. Got my, got a couple little washers, and here's my axle nut. Something I didn't even think about. I don't have a socket or a wrench big enough to go around this axle nut. It's the biggest socket or wrench I have is a 1 1/4, and this is a bit larger than that considering just the inside is 1 inch. So I'll probably have to use my big pliers or something, because not even my biggest crescent will even go around this. It's just a little short. That one got stuck. the big boys out. Well, there it is. I got it on. Nicked the full out of it using the pliers because I don't have a socket or wrench that size. But one side down. Let's see about putting these new bolts through the hub. But I'm going to chase out the threads with an old screw first and make sure they're all clean. All right, I'm going to chase out some of these threads because I know some of them were really tight and lug nuts didn't really want to go in. All right, one. Come on, get in there. There we go. That one's good. All right, I'm gonna save you the mundane putting on the tire and doing the exact same thing to the other side. All right, looks like I did have enough length to do what I originally wanted. So I will have posts now and use the nuts as lug nuts. I'll catch you when I get them on. All right, there you go. Now I'm done with it. I like that much better. I'll do the same to the other side and we'll be wrapped up for the rear end. All right, got the other side on. Looks good to me. Next video, I will tackle gasket set. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the engine off. I'll sit over there on my work roller cart and I'm gonna re-gasket the full out of this thing. And then after that, as you can see, I've already torn off the front end and that'll be on the next video as well. I'll see you then.